Hello, welcome to another episode of Drinking with Comics. My name is Sean,
Mike.
and we're going to drink beer and talk about comics, two of the best things in life. So we got two
Yeah.
beers this week from a Charleston, South Carolina brewery called Edmunds Oast. Completely unfamiliar with this. I don't even remember where I bought these. Um, might have been the Total Wine in Nashville. So this first
That
one,
you definitely got these, not me.
yeah, I got them. I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Edmunds Oast Brewing. This first one is called the Innkeeper, and it's an Irish style dry stout. I have no idea what we're in for, so let's crack this fucker open and
I
give it
gotta say
a.
I love the artwork on this one.
I do too. It reminds me a little bit of what was the thing we watched for Halloween? Over the Garden Wall, was that the name of it?
Yeah.
I don't know why, but something about it reminds me of that.
No, it's got that old-timey kind of art
Like Wind in the
feel to it.
Willows kind of look to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this pours a beautiful dark roasty color, nice creamy head, good smell.
Mm,
Oh man, I could just keep drinking that. Wow.
that's very coffee-ish.
It is, but it's really smooth. Like it's
It
smoother than a lot of
is.
the coffee stouts. And I don't think this is particularly like a coffee-based stout.
Yeah, it's just
Um,
coming off very coffee-ish.
yeah, it is delicious though. Holy cow. Like
Yeah.
I could really do some damage here. Let's see.
You might have to come and bring me some more of these when you come back up next time or
I can do that.
yeah.
4.5% ABV. So I think Guinness is 4.2, so it's right around there. So I know I can drink a hell of a lot of Guinness and still function pretty well. I believe at your wedding I drank, I'm pretty sure, now don't try this at home, kids, but I'm pretty sure I drank 13 Guinness and then drove a bunch of people home because I was like, somehow I'm sober. State police might not have agreed with me,
Oh.
but
Yeah, we did do a good job taking that away, didn't we?
yeah. Mm,
Mm.
that was many moons ago. Oh man, it's so
Oh
good.
God, yes it was.
Holy, not to imply that you're ancient. I mean, I'm just as ancient, so.
No, we both are. I think the cameras provide that pretty well.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about, this is one I read monthly, and Mike just got the collection. This is
Late to the game.
no, not at all. The collection just
No,
came out. So
yeah.
Dan Waters, Hayden Sherman, Triona Farrell, Frank Setkovich, Ariana Totoro, Rob Levin. This is Batman Dark Patterns. It is a
Dun, dun,
12
dun.
issue miniseries that is divided into three story arc, or I'm sorry, it's divided into four 3 issue story arcs within this. So we have the first three are We Are the Wounded. The second are The Voice of the Tower, probably my favorite.
Yeah.
Uh, Third is Pareidolia, and four is Child of Fire. And they all are self-contained, except there's a bigger picture that they start laying with issue one that you don't see the full scope of until you get to the final arc, and it's
Hmm.
I feel glorious. So, Mike, tell me, what'd you think of this? Insights?
I really enjoyed it. I like the artwork. I like the story. I like the breakdown. Um, well, let's discuss about chapter one, I guess, the whole wounded man thing. I really enjoyed that. I like the concept of like this drug company was dumping drugs in this town and you just don't feel pain. I wouldn't maybe go around sticking nails in my head, but to each is their own. So yeah, which is the wounded man. He's just covered in nails and rebarb and stuff.
Well, he's like he basically took, he was a doctor who because of he lived in this, it's upstate Gotham, right? And it's a
Yeah,
small town called Greenfield, but it's like known colloquially as like the town without the town without screams or the town without cries or something like that.
Yeah,
Um,
Town Without Tears, was it?
that's it. I think that's
Yeah.
it. I wrote it down, but I have so many notes that it's like almost impossible to tell. But he basically, in order to try to feel something, he recreates. There's the famous, I think it's medieval medical drawing called like the Wound Man, and it's a man with all these things piercing his body in like non-lethal places. And so this guy has recreated that and then some. And he's basically slowly,
He's getting revenge on somebody. And then he kind of takes it to another level of like, okay, I've killed the guy. Now I'm just gonna like avenge all his clients.
they kind of flip it though, because then it's like, I don't want to go spoiler necessarily, but like it's a little bit like Seven, where like he's killing people, but then he gets interrupted, and then actually he's the one that Batman has to rescue at one point. So I thought that
Yeah.
was like an interesting way to do things, where it's like, oh, we flipped the pattern.
And I also liked he had all those nails in his body, like Batman couldn't hit him without killing him,
Yep,
which was also like an interesting, like, well, how's Batman going to take this guy down? Because he doesn't want to kill him, where other
yep,
people have no morals. So it was a really
yeah,
good play on his no murder
yeah.
aspect. Yeah.
This is also just to point out, this is basically a year three story. So he references at some point, there's either him or Alfred reference he's been Batman for 3 years. So that's
Yeah.
just an
But it's
interesting
also
little
like
tidbit.
set in the 50s almost.
I don't think it's set in the
But
50s.
no, if you look at the cars, they're all old Studebakers. It's got that like Batman animated,
It does.
like the cars and the dress and all that vibe is very 50s-ish, but it's
50s ish for
not.
sure.
Yeah.
But they do reference the when you get into the Red Hood gang. So
Yeah.
this the was it? I think it's the second. No, it's
The
the
third. Yeah.
Pareidolia. Um, they reference the Red Hood gang like in I forget how many 80 years ago or whatever, in the 30s or whatever the case. So that places it fairly modern. Well, although actually I'd have to scrutinize this a little bit more. But anyway, nonetheless, it doesn't matter. But yeah, I'm sorry. So continue.
Yeah, I kind of got the vibe it was definitely not. I don't think anyone had cell phones.
That's true.
Um, but it's that like noir
Yeah.
Batman, like I said, animated series vibe to it. So I mean it could be any time, but it definitely had like, everyone was dressed like they were in the 50s almost, 60s. Um Batman had a more tactical suit than a technical suit, if that
Yeah.
makes sense. But yeah, there's it was I definitely loved the first arc. Probably my second favorite arc in the whole thing. I love the layouts, the
Oh,
like
they're the best.
paneling. Oh
Dude,
my
they are
God,
the
he does
the
such an amazing
best.
job.
There's several. I'll put in pictures like that. There's one in particular, and I believe it's when it's in the third when he's in the rookery. I think this is it. And he's like staring up. And it's actually so fucking disorienting. Look, like I think it's supposed to convey his uh disorientation. All of dude, there are some unbelievable layouts in here. Like
Yeah,
just
the
unbelievable.
art is incredible. The layouts are great. It's and the references to various Batman mythology is great in it too. I like seeing Alfred back. I like the oh yeah, I think I just passed that panel where it's I think this one here, right?
Yep.
Ooh,
Yep, that's
yep.
it. Oh, it's crazy. I feel like I'm being swallowed by it.
Yeah. And I like the Batmobile. I always love a good
Hmm.
Batmobile.
And
Great
I knew you'd
Batmobile
like that
design.
one.
Yeah, so I like the first one, didn't really tie like brand new villain. Kind of interesting. You're kind of introduced to a couple new characters. Uh One has a very suspicious past.
Dr. Sarika, I love his
Yeah.
kid, dude. Like when you first see him, He's totally got drool and like his eyes are all crazy. Like Hayden Sherman does such a good job
Mhm.
conveying this stuff, right? And then it's like, Batman's like, Jim, outside. And he's like basically like he's a formaldehyde huffer, like
Like, do you
oh,
trust this guy? And Jim's like, well, we don't have anyone else.
don't have any choice, man. Like
This is our guy.
really like that.
Um, yeah. So like the first one was really good. The second one I think is the best, which is
Yeah, it's so good.
the Tower of Ventriloquist.
Oh, it's
I
so
like that
good.
it's a different take on a character that's been around for years. Um, the gist of it that the ventriloquist is the building, like the dummy is the
Well,
building.
yeah, like
Oh,
Scarface basically it reminds me of like the Judge Dredd movie with Carl Urban or like The Raid
exactly.
where like here's this tenement building and it's huge and basically everybody in there they're trying to condemn the building and they're like we're not leaving and so
Yeah.
Scarface is taken over so Batman goes in and realizes fairly quickly, oh, it's not Arnold Wesker. He finds his tongue's fucking cut out of his mouth. So he's like,
Yeah.
what's going on? And then the whole building is basically Scarface the puppet's new body. Like total mind blow, man. I was like, this is incredible.
Yeah,
Oh,
it took the Scarface character to another level. It was really good. Um, yeah, just solid story. Um, I think the third one I started having a little holes in the plot.
okay.
Um, the third story with they found the burnt up body, but then you discover the body was actually buried like 20 years previous, and I can't help but think a forensic person would catch that like most of that flesh would have been gone by now. That kind of took me out of the whole thing. It's like 20 years later and you're using the body, but it was still a good story. It was one of those things you just kind of had to like get over.
So wait, so was it 20? Maybe it was in the
He
50s
was
because
because he was a kid when the
no, he
the the
says
guy.
70 years ago. I'm almost sure he says 70 years ago at some point.
Okay, so even then, that's even longer. That body is way gone. That's just bones by then, you
Yeah,
know?
that's a good point. So that is a hole, I
Yeah.
think, unless there's
So
something we missed.
I kind of went back and I did like the first thing that popped in my head when I said that I was like that makes no sense because they should have been able to the bones
Well, it should have been nothing
like
but bones, right? As opposed to
exactly
being,
at
I mean,
70 years. Yeah.
unless was it supposed to have been was it airtight? Because it was metal. It wasn't a
I
regular
feel like you're
coffin.
stretching at that point,
I am,
but
but it didn't
yeah.
bother me, so I'm, I'm
No,
defending it
no.
either
It was
way.
still an interesting um twist, if you will, on the story. It's not a bad story by any means. It's just a little nitpicking, you know.
Mhm.
It's what we do. We drink beer and nitpick about the things we love. Oh, delicious. All right. But yeah, I like the fact that it turned out it wasn't like the Red Hood gang, but just this old guy who was trying
Yeah,
to scare people into respecting themselves. But even and then, it didn't really work.
yeah. I love. I think almost every arc, Batman gets fucked up.
Yeah.
Like he gets shot in the fucking back in that one. Barely I mean, obviously, he's not gonna die, but like he
Hmm.
barely like it's pretty tight, like him getting out of it.
Yeah. And there was a lot of little nuts and like the owner of the company was, I think, shoot.
Oh,
The guy who owned the chemical company was the same chemical company that made Metamorpho, if I recall correctly.
oh, Ace Chemicals. Okay.
Yeah. Or no, Ace Chemicals, yeah. But I think the guy, shoot, what was his name?
Christopher Sionis.
And like the newspaper was owned by Rupert Thorne. That was what I want to kind of grab him. He's a big gangster in the
Okay.
Batman universe. So of course there's like a negative
Yeah,
Batman
yeah.
paper owned by Rupert Thorne.
Of course.
um Speaking about the Red Hood thing, I did like how the ended with nothing Batman can do.
I love the end of that story so much because
Yeah,
it's like the whole thing is a pretty dark fucking series. Like
yeah,
there's some pretty like uh horrific shit in it, and then like the end of that issue is just wow. Like yeah,
yeah. He's it's just like I would have done something, but I can't because I'm tied up. It's like
yeah,
I don't want to give spoilers what it is, but it is noteworthy to bring up. Like he's just like, yeah, I only had 10 minutes and all I could do is free myself. I
yeah,
couldn't
exactly.
rescue A or rescue B, so
I
sorry.
I really liked the also this so the whole series explores Gotham.
Mhm.
It's like more dilapidated or poorer areas.
Yes,
And so the Rookery, is that the same thing as the isn't in the Nolan movies, I think it's the Narrows. Is that the same
pretty
thing?
much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um
I've never heard
and
of the Rookery before. I think that's new to this
okay.
series.
But I really like that, and then the tenement in the tower one, same thing.
Yeah.
And also fire as like fire runs through the whole thing. Like almost the first thing you read is Batman like reflecting on all these fires that have happened lately.
Yes.
And then at one point he's like, I feel like Gotham is you're trying to burn me out like a cancer. And then it culminates with the Child of Fire story, which I thought was
Yes.
great.
Also, good use of Firefly, another Batman villain who was not even the main character in the story, just kind of like a side character who's also obsessed with, more so obsessed with fires. I think the Fire Child wasn't really, he didn't come off to me like he was very pyromaniac-y.
No, there was some. It wasn't. He wasn't really a pyro. It was like he was a different kind of psychotic.
Mhm.
Um, I love this. The city of Gotham was born in flame. When the Dutchmen landed here in 1626, they lit a fire against the dark and the beasts of the night. But the dry brush of the forest caught a light, burning ferociously and forcing them to flee. When they returned, they found the forest gone and ample space to settle upon. The potassium and calcium rich ash made the ground fertile. And that's from the last arc, and it kind of plays into the ultimate through line of everything. So there's a lot of this, the past, Gotham's past, and its present and its future, and how
Mhm.
fire kind of plays a role in all of that. I thought it was really really interesting, really
I
well
love
written.
that. That is a good, like, just a nugget of history of Gotham too. That thing you just read, just really fun.
The fact that they included the Dutchman made me wonder. Gotham is basically like it's basically New York. It's not right, but it is. And
Kind of New
people
Jersey, yeah,
people call New York Gotham. That's slang for New York.
yeah.
So uh, I wonder if that is actually taken. I didn't have time to look it up, but I wondered like if I looked up New York's history, is there something similar there? Because it was settled by the Dutch originally, right? New York. So,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, really well written, and like there's a couple. I don't know if I'm imagining it. But first of all, so the chemical that Ace Chemicals dumps in that town that makes all the residents unable to feel any pain is cryoxin.
Okay.
And I gotta think it's a nod to Return of the Living Dead's trioxin.
Okay.
It's just so close. And then the other thing is this one I'm not sure about. And I got it the first time I read it monthly, and I got it this time, and I don't know if I'm imagining it, but I get Hannibal series vibes from this. Um, and it's
I
small things like
I
the
never watched Hannibal, but I'm aware of, what's the guy's name?
Mads
No,
Mikkelsen.
the director.
Mm.
Uh
Yeah, the guy that did Pushing Daisies. Daisies.
yes,
Adam.
Pushing Daisies. He just did Dust Bunnies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Adam Fuller. Adam Fuller.
No,
Um,
Fuller. Yes, Fuller's right.
Brian Fuller.
Dennis Fuller. Brian
Brian
Fuller.
Fuller. Um,
Boom.
but so there's a couple things like the body farm. So Cyrika worked in a body farm in Florida. There's
Hmm.
that. Nikki Harris reminds me of Freddie Lowndes a little bit, which is a
Okay.
reporter character. And there was something else, and now I don't remember what it was. But anyway, whatever. I definitely get a little bit of stuff there, whether or not I'm imagining it.
No, I could see it now that you brought it up. The few bits of Hannibal I've watched.
But yeah. So this is what does that trade cost?
Oh, the trade is 29.99. Not a horrible
Uh,
price.
I would definitely say it's worth it.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's sold out right now. As the time of printing, the entire print run has sold out, and they had to go back and print more because
How did it? How did
I
they
got the
not?
last one.
How did they not do a hardcover for that?
Dude, probably because it would have been like 40 or 50 bucks. So
When has
just
that ever
like
stopped DC? I mean, come
a thick
on.
book. Well, I mean, they probably didn't realize it was going to be as big of a trade.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, they'll probably, and they'll just go back and do an absolute edition of this or something in the future, or, hopefully there's more. I would love to see more of this universe.
I would too. I really enjoyed it.
If I would love to see more Hayden Sherman do it, but if Hayden Sherman can't do it and like Diane Waters did like another thing similar with a different artist, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah,
Um, like another 6 issue or 12 issue run done in the same style. Yeah, it I like and thoroughly enjoy Batman books that aren't tied into anything other than its own little
yeah,
collection, kind of like White Knight and
yep,
this, and yeah, I'd like to see it come back. So hopefully, I think with the way it sells is, I'm sure it's gonna they're considering it.
probably.
The only major problem being that Hayden Sherman's on a very popular absolute book right now. That would make that kind of hard to
Yeah,
crank out another 12 issue miniseries, I'd imagine.
agreed.
Yes. But hey, please do.
Please do. Uh, any final thoughts on Dark Patterns?
Oh, I love the Batman costume.
Yeah,
I like the big oval bat symbol that
yeah.
he's sporting in the whole thing. And there was a scene where he was oh, I love the like I think right when he got shot around that time, you could see the grapple gun on the back of his
Yes.
belt. I was like, oh, that's a great shot. Um, yeah, generally loved everything, every bit about this. So would love, yeah.
So you would say your favorite story was the tower as well, right?
I think the tower, I think for as far as like the last story arc, kind of, I wasn't as happy with the ending as I would have liked to have been, I guess. Just that it just turned out to be the person it turned out to be.
Right.
And I was just kind of like, oh, that's kind of disappointing.
Hmm. I have to say that the tower, so that would be what, 456 is my favorite, but
Yes.
issue 7 is my favorite issue, and it's specifically because of some of the art. Like I think
Oh,
it
was that
opens it
when he goes
opens
into the Narrows?
well, it opens with him
Or
sitting in front of his window, and like the fucking cityscape out his window is just it's like the skyline through this giant window. It is absolutely ridiculous. So it's the first issue of Paradoilia, I think.
where he's ducking his hand into the ice because it's all busted
Yes.
up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great image too. And then the last page is that page that felt like it was swallowing me. So I that issue just man, but it's all the whole thing's on point.
There's a neat thing in there where they like do the den, the newspaper, where he's like bad among the birds, and they talk about it, and you like that's the first top part of the page, and
Yeah.
3 panels of him, doing what he's doing in the story
Yeah.
that they're talking about. I really like that too.
I did too.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
A plus, A plus,
A plus. They and
plus
Dan
plus.
Waters and Hayden Sherman, I feel like really work well together. Um, I don't
I
know, they're
agree.
it just really, really, really good. So
Yeah. This also gave
might
me strong long Halloween vibes to it too,
okay,
which I liked a lot. Like because this costume kind of resembles the long
okay, I can
Halloween
see that.
costume. So yeah, and then once again, self-contained early
Yep.
years. Yeah, keep that stuff up, guys. Let's
Yeah.
just see who else does what with what.
I think this might be my favorite modern Batman story. Might be.
Oh,
It's
nice.
It's pretty exceptional. So, highest recommendation. So that's out there. The trade. You might still be able to find it if it's sold out. I mean, there might still be some. Like I would almost bet because I know like your shop has different traffic, right? So while it's sold out, there might still be some sitting on shelves at certain places. Because I'm pretty sure I saw one at my shop last week.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah,
so
if you
maybe
can't
not.
find it, there's more coming.
Hmm.
So it's not like it's out of print. It's just they ran
Right,
out
right.
of
There's
first
more
print
coming.
run.
Right.
So yeah, they just gotta go make more, and there'll be more.
So, Batman Dark Patterns. So, we're going to come back in a
Dark
minute with a different
patterns.
beer and three new number ones, and we'll talk about those.
Yes. Awesome.